welcome. You're watching Market Meter on Money 9. I'm Sakshi Batra, and it is the last day of financial year 2021, a year where investors have generated a whole lot of wealth. The markets have given robust returns despite the kind of unprecedented pandemic that we have seen. Joining in is a very special guest on the show with me is Mr. Kranti Batini from Wealth Mill Securities. Mr. Batini, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining in. On this show, our focus is largely going to be about a discussion on how FY21 has been for investors and what is the outlook that we are looking at as we enter FY22 as well. So let me begin by understanding from you, sir, what really stood out for you in the last 12 months?
Sakshi, last 12 months we need to differentiate when we say in general investor. But last 12 months we need to differentiate a bold investor and a timid investor. A person who have faith in the economic prospects of the equity market and company earnings. Suppose an investor who not able to take the step of faith and courage, not invested in last 12 months, he missed a big opportunity. But an investor who is bold and who have the faith in the prospects, have participated in last 12 months, have reaped a hundredfold in many stocks. It is a multifold harvest. So this financial year, especially 20 and 21, differentiated the types of investors. So person who takes the bold step reaped a grand full harvest.
Absolutely. Also, when we look forward as we enter FY22, I wish to understand from you what should investors be expecting with respect to the benchmark indices, Sensex and the Nifty. Of course, we've seen upwards of 70% kind of returns for this year. Definitely, the base was too low when we had crashed in March 2020. It's unrealistic to expect that much kind of a return in FY22 as well. But what is your sense? How are the markets going to perform in this year, and any targets also if you have in your mind?
Sakshi, if we see the value, investors have to look for value picks. This is the market. Investor need to be a real contrarian to get a handful of returns to upbeat the benchmark returns. So I can see value in pockets where the sectors, the stocks are unflavored, and the stocks are going to be taking a complete turnaround in terms of their nature of business is concerned. So going ahead, investors need to position themselves to be a contrarian investor to upbeat the benchmark returns. But it is not appropriate to gauge the indices return, because every now and there, every big broking house, research house comes with a December target, and we tend to achieve the target in 15-20 days time frame. So that is the kind of liquidity that is there in the market. And right now with the mutual fund DIIs, they are sitting on a mountain of cash. They are going to deploy into the markets over a period of time as they see the value. So I see the markets, Indian markets, time and again proven that they are resilient and resurgent market. And this resurgence and resilience is going to there in the market. So every bold investor, every investor rather, take every opportunity to participate in India's growth story at entering into the market in a staggered manner at every dip.
Okay. And, going forward from here, any particular sectors that you would like to highlight for all the viewers to understand that which are the sectors that are going to be of importance, which is going to be in flavor in the year, in the financial year 2022?
Sakshi, forefront, we need to look at the IT. IT offers us good earning visibility, and investors, they need to position themselves. If a risk appetite investor, then can be there in mid and small cap IT space. Small cap IT space is very risky. There is a lot of disruption is happening in this space. Whereas a growth investor can look at the top 3 IT stocks which offers a stable growth for their portfolio. And investors also look for investing in certain pharma stocks which are going to take the benefit of advantage of current COVID vaccination drive and certain APIs these are the stocks because COVID is going to stay there. We thought a couple of months back or few weeks back, we thought COVID is over. Nothing. People they were in the sight of in that those kind of mindset. But today the scenario is different. So the companies which are linked to this COVID activity in pharma sector, they are going to reap a handful. They are going to give good returns when compared to the indices.
Right. We've also seen the mid cap and the small cap indices really outperform in FY21. Do you think that also will be the flavor in FY22? Is that the space that investors should keep an eye out on?
It's a tricky to say, Sakshi, the mid and small cap space. Of course, the valuations are quite attractive. When we look at certain companies in mid and small cap indices, they are still low when compared to 2018 highs. So that is the kind of potential upside headroom is left in mid and small cap space, especially in the small cap space. But investors need to be very cautious when selecting a stock, and we need to see it is more going to be stock specific. The quality of the management is extremely important, and the business sustainability is very much with respect to the small cap space is concerned. So I don't say small cap is going to upbeat, but it should be stock specific.
Okay, for investors, who want to create a wealth-generating portfolio, say starting today or tomorrow for this upcoming next financial year, how would you advise them to create a diversified portfolio so that they can benefit in the long run?
Sakshi, even though small cap offers a very good potential upside, but that is for the investors who have a high risk appetite. We have witnessed what happened from the 2018 highs when the small cap carnage happened in the market, and investors, people who invested on the peak of the 2018 small cap rally, they lost their money, and there are many investors, they could not able to recover their principals. Okay, just their portfolios are getting recovered with respect to their principals are concerned. But investors who want to have a stable portfolio, still they need to have 40 to 50% exposure towards the large cap stocks whenever there is a dip. Just a week back, there is 5% correction on Nifty, and there are many stocks like Reliance Industries, and just to name a few, their valuations are quite attractive at this juncture. So investors can take 50% exposure toward the large cap and 50% exposure definitely to the high quality mid and small caps are concerned.
Okay,
so we can't go with a stand. We are going to invest 100% in small cap or mid cap. It should be diversified.
Okay, so diversification is key. That is what Mr. Bathini has said, that, allocate 50% of your portfolio to large caps and 50% with a mixture of high quality mid cap and small caps as you go into FY22 and build that portfolio. Mr. Bathini, thank you so much for being with us on our show and sharing this entire perspective of how should investors look at the markets from here on as they sit today on handsome returns, and how should they really move forward from here on as well. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, as is always, speaking to you on Money 9. Well, quickly, let's take a look at how the markets are trading at this point in time as well. When you see the markets had opened gap down, and they're still down about 1% in trade as far as the Sensex is concerned, 49,662. That's the level at which the Sensex is currently trading at. When you talk about the Nifty 50 also, 14,732. That's the level at which the Nifty is performing. 0.7% downtick over there. However, both the benchmark indices are slightly off the low mark of the day as well. When you talk about the Nifty Bank, that's where the underperformance is coming in from. The banking stocks are in pressure, 1.5% loss for this one. 33,336 is the level at which the Nifty Bank is trading at. But continuously, we are seeing that the broader markets are still holding on to some of the gains that they had made in the early trade and are set to probably, hold on to them in the second half of trade as well. 20,207 for the mid cap index right now. The small cap is trading at 20,611 as well. When we move on to see the sector performance at this point in time, that's fairly mixed at this point in time. You can clearly see the outperformance coming in right now from the PSU banking space, 2.5% uptake. Yesterday, this index was not really participating, but today it is really coming up forward, catching up with the gains that the private banks had made. But the underperformance has got switched to private banks now. Some downticks coming in from that one as well, 1.7% downtick for this one. Talk about the IT index, that's not participating today. The financial services are down almost 2%. So that's where the pressure is really being felt in. When you talk about the realty space, that is inched up higher, almost 1% in trade today. The metals are still shining bright at 1% uptake. FMCG also giving some kind of stability and support, 0.8% of gains over there. The auto names are also in the green with 0.4% of an uptick being seen today as well. But overall, the market breadth, if you see, is still towards the losses because of the heavyweight banks and the financials which are still in the red right now. Just move on and see how the gainers are placed at this point in time. Tata Motors, the gainer of FY21, when you talk about the large caps, is still holding up, 2.5% uptick for that one. UPL, the performer of the last 1.5 weeks, again up 2%. Tata Steel still holding up, yet another stock from the Tata Group that has been one of the top performers in the large cap space as far as the performance in FY21 is concerned. ITC holding up with gains and pushing the FMCG index higher today, 1.5% uptick for that one. Metal index shining bright on the back of Hindalco. Stocks like Hindalco have also performed quite good and given handsome returns to investors over the last financial year 2021. If you need to see, and revisit which are the stocks that have really outperformed and what's kind of return that they have given in FY21, you can log on to money9.com and see our Wealth Creators show, where Rahul and I have, talked about the entire basket of stocks that have really given handsome returns in this past 1 year of financial year 2021. Moving on to the laggard space now, you can clearly see some of the banking and financial names. The HDFC Twins down about 3.8% in trade right now. Power Grid losing some power over there, 2% downtick for that one. From the auto space, it's Hero MotoCorp that's not performing, almost 2% down for that one. And Tech Mahindra also losing some bit of profits over there, 1.7% downtick for this one as well. Well, with that, we wrap up this edition of Market Meter for you, but a whole lot is waiting for you on the other side with respect to market coverage and on personal finance as well. So do log in and stay tuned in to money9.com.